University. So some of these crews will be quite experienced, depending on the number of freshmen they have in the boat, and some of these crews will be very inexperienced and are still within their first 6 months of rowing.
3 minutes to start. 3 minutes.
Well, as you may have heard from the stake boats, they have a few minutes before they get started here. And I would like to mention once again the beautiful photography that we have here at the San Diego Crew Classic, put together by an outstanding crew of technicians. And you have an opportunity to get a DVD of an individual race that you might have a personal interest in. Those DVDs are available about an hour after the finish of that particular race. They're available in the merchandise tents here at the San Diego Crew Classic. They're only $14.99 and a beautiful reminder of a nice day on San Diego's Mission Bay. We'd like to invite you to stop by the Concept 2 CTS tent and try the new dynamic indoor rower. Rowing on the dynamic translates into better connection, rhythm, and timing in your boat. So give it a go. Check in with Concept 2. Union Bank is a proud sponsor of the San Diego Crew Classic. The Union Bank team strives to be the trusted and preferred provider of financial solutions. Stop by one of their banking offices and experience the Union Bank way of banking.
The boats are aligned for event number 16, Men's Collegiate Novice 8, Heat A, Lane 1, California, Lane 2, University of San Diego, Lane 3, Washington State University, Lane 4, Santa Clara University, Lane 5, Arizona State University.
Attention.
Attention.
Go.
And we have a start. Stroke rates up in the mid to high 40 strokes per minute. The Golden Bears from California in lane 1, your early leader. After 100 meters, California has 1 boat length. Second spot in lane 2, University of San Diego. Third position out here, Arizona State. Fourth position, back inside, Washington State University. And fifth, the Broncos from Santa Clara. The Cal, with open water, true to the class of this particular race. Very comfortable now. Coxswain now calling for a power 10 as they approach the 500-meter mark. So as we come to 500 meters, California is the race leader. Lane 2 is in second place, University of San Diego. Third, Arizona State. Fourth, Washington State. And the fifth position, Santa Clara University.
On the water, the Men's Collegiate Novice A. This is the first of 2 heats. Check that, first of 3. So the first 2 crews will be moving on. In lane number 1, it is the University of California, and they are current leader. In lane 2, the University of San Diego. Pulling out of lane 3, Washington State University. In lane 4, Santa Clara University. And out there in lane number 5 is Arizona State.
This is a classic example, Alan, of what I was talking about previously. In the Cal boat, all of their rowers will have rowed in a junior or other program, and they are true freshmen in that they are experienced rowers in their first year at university. But I think I can reasonably safely say that all the rest of the crews in this race are almost entirely made up of people who are in their first 6 months of rowing.
Well, they've caught a little bit of a break here, Charles, because they don't have quite that crosswind that has been so troubling with crews as they come through that open area of the Ingram Street Bridge. And right now they are certainly getting a little bit of a tail breeze with an opportunity to have a little less trouble as they move down the course. University of California continues on the lead in that #1 lane closest to the shore. And it looks, Charles, like they've opened up quite a bit of open water.
As you'd expect, given the quality and caliber and experience of the rowers sitting in this Cal Novice boat. They have a commanding lead in this race. 2 are going to go through. So there's going to be an almighty scrap for the second position to go through to the A final in this event. The wind's coming from the south-southeast, maybe even directly south. It is strong. You can see the flags on the course standing out very strongly in the wind, but it's affecting everybody equally when the wind comes from this direction on this course.
Continuing on the lead, California certainly making a open water race of it here as they drop back almost 2 boat lengths now of open water. On the far outside, we're getting a little bit of a run by Arizona State. Looking inside to the University of San Diego and Washington State, with Santa Clara trailing on this one as they approach 1,000 meters to go in this race.
Yes, I'd say the only boat that seems to be a little bit out of it at the moment would be the Santa Clara boat. For a very young program, the Arizona State novices are doing very, very well in this race, and they're right in the mix for that second qualifying spot with Washington State and the University of San Diego.
They have had a good run the last 500 meters and have certainly closed the gap. They seem to have gotten off to a little bit of a struggling start, but now, as you mentioned, act like they're into it quite a bit more. University of California currently with a huge lead, but the race is now forming up between the University of San Diego, Washington State, and Arizona State on the outside. Currently, the University of San Diego has the edge, as now Washington State just banged a crab up there pretty well. Fortunately, nobody came flying out of the boat, which we have seen in the past. University of San Diego in that second position in the second lane. Their outside shoulder is Washington State, and then far outside is Arizona State, as their partisans on the beach are beginning to holler for Arizona State to close that gap. The only trailer right now is Santa Clara.
Yes, Cal looking very impressive, as they always do in this event. It's not unknown for Cal novice freshman crews to be almost equal in speed with their first and second varsity eights.
Well, they're certainly making an easy run of it. You might just check and see if they've got a motor in that boat, but they are certainly looking cool and confident, and a huge lead. University of San Diego seems to be holding on to that second position as they move in front of our announcer's position. Washington State University, challenged on the outside by Arizona State, have apparently withheld and held off that challenge, as they now have open water back to the challenging Arizona State crew. Back to our finish, unofficially, it is the University of California on the win. Unless something terrible happens, University of San Diego will be in that second position, followed by Washington State. A very game run through the center part of our course by Arizona State, but they came up empty and apparently will finish in fourth position. And Santa Clara is trailing on this event number 16, the Men's Collegiate Novice A, and this is the first of 3.
Have you ever thought, hey, it's only one piece of trash? Well, what if stormwater pollution affected you directly? truth is, stormwater pollution affects us all. Don't let karma get you. Think blue.
DVDs available about an hour after the race is completed. If you'd like to have your own personal DVD of a particular race, stop by the merchandise tent and pick up your DVD of a particular race action in today's San Diego Crew Classic. That will be offered both today and tomorrow, an opportunity for an outstanding souvenir, as this race course is covered by an excellent group of camera people and technicians. We're about ready to go with race number 17, the second part of our men's collegiate novice race.